So today, before we start this video, I'd like to give a big shout out to Paul Price, one of my sponsored drivers for this year. He sent me through a video of his car because he just had it all wrapped in that. So roll the clip here and I'll see you in a bit. Yo, welcome back to another Dean Colvin Autograss. As you can tell, today it is it's cold, mate. Fucking cold. So Dad's got the diesel heater on. Yeah, so where we're at, I don't know where I left you off. It's a moral of the story. I dropped the camera and everything went a bit peak-tongue, and then I started filming it on my phone. So come over here Thursday, and I wanted a bit of me time, just to get my head around things, and I feel like I'm not getting nowhere, so I boshed it out. I put my head down, I got on it, and then we're a bit more further forward, because obviously I want to get to this deadline of getting the 5 in on the 1st. So I need the Nova wrapped up, done, dusted. So if it means you might miss a little bit to gain a bit, happy days. But where we're at the moment is it runs. So if you've seen on Facebook, if you do follow me on Facebook, it does run. I would love to start it for you now, but I can't because it hasn't got an exhaust on it at the moment. So on the chopping block today we're going to do the exhaust. But on the upside we have back the inlet manifold, which is all bolted up, the heat pipes around it, the Weber's on. I was speaking to Sean, big shout out Sean Thompson, bye. We flipped that around so I can run the fuel line this way. So obviously it's a 40 man. Coolant's in, done all the coolant, that's all in. Everything's all buttoned up basically, all the fuel lines and everything like that. People asking what's going on with the tank is done. Dad done that the other day for me, and the switch box, he's done that as well. So big shout out to Big Daddy O over there. Bash. So the only things we've got left on the agenda on this now is to do the track rod end and make an exhaust. There is a couple other bits. So we've got to do wire up, brake light, change top mount, and handbrake cable. So it's a decent thing about having a whiteboard, you see, so we can just write what we think when we need to, and then we can knock it off when we go along. But to be honest, it's that close that, yeah, I'm buzzing for it, to be honest. But as I say, I can't start it up at the moment, so the plan of the day is to make an exhaust pipe for it, and then hopefully we can have it running. Yeah, let's get on with shit. We'll give you an update on Dad's wire here as well. I don't know what he's been doing or where he's been hiding, but fucking this was a car the other day when I come over here. What are you playing at?
Working on it.
yeah, he's gone like BA Baroccas and stripping everything down. But if you look here on the old steering column, this is from when he had his crash the other month, at the end of the year. Look at the banana on that. Jesus, my Joseph. He don't like to do things in arse, my old dad. But we have noticed this morning, we did a compression test on his old engine, because obviously while we're here, we'd do a compression test. And I wish we never did a compression test. So he's got 180, 180, 145, 145. So that old, oh, there. Something's not right with that. She's down a little bit, bless her. She's a bit tired. So the plan is, when I get 2 minutes to get back over the other side of the workshop, oh, that is now coming off the engine stand, and we're going to rebuild it, aren't we, Dad?
Yeah.
Shit, fucking hell. See, this is what happened when we've got GoPro. We're going to rebuild it, aren't we?
Yeah.
So not only are we rebuilding the car, we are rebuilding the engine and all. So he's gone a bit mad at the moment. He's gone out, he's bought a full new toolkit. We've got to get hold of Dave, BP Grassing, to get a new pair of front shocks for it. You've got a steering column, haven't you?
Yeah.
It's got a steering column. Still under Tristan to have a couple of bars changed. And then all systems go on this. So this one is now having a full strip down and rebuild, and it is February. And we race in April.
Yes, right.
And I've still got to build a whole car. He's now decided to build a whole car. So I think we're taking it turns on manoeuvre at this point. No, I'm joking, we're have it all done. But anyway, leave this clip here and we'll get on some work. Alright, so we had a track rod problem, so I'll put a new one, so we just unwind that. Whee! There it goes. So it messed the threads up, if you look on that. So I have a new one to do. Where is it? Oh, I did. Bear with me a second. Oh, I did. Brand new one in stock, look at that. It wasn't in stock. Brand new one. So I bought a Drive Tech one from SC Motor Factors. Clutched that on. That not bad, put the rest about. Alright. I'm not too bothered about the tracking at the moment. Obviously I'll retrack it all when it comes down to it. Make it all brand new. Of course I ain't got the right size over here. So the next thing we're going to do is the shock absorber, because it's for some reason it's got a dodgy top mount and I don't know why. So I'll change that out. Okay. What if I have it undo? Oh, fucking toggled it now, no. There we go. What a sausage! Right. I was chucking on the time lapse. Right, so we are changed top mount, done that. Handbrake cable, we ain't done that. We've done the trap rod end. So that's 2 off the list straight away. Turned out I didn't put a spacer in that, like an idiot. But as you see there from that little time lapse, that's all back in tight and everything like that. So next thing we're going to attack is said exhaust. So I've got a join that, I don't know if you see it very well, that one to that one. So from what we've worked out, we've just got to put a bend in it. So you see how I put a bit light on the situation. Hold tight. Let's have a look. So get my phone out so you can see. There you go, that's better. So we've got to put a light, not a light, a bend in there. So yeah, let's get on with that. Sweet. Right, so little update where we're at the moment. We figure out the throttle situation. We've got a game plan for that. We've done that. I think I've already covered that. Dad's just welded up the exhaust with a stick welder, just so we can line it up, because it's not pretty, but it'll do for now. So we've got somewhat of a bend. I've made a blanking plate for this piece, just there. So that's all done. So then all we've got to do in a minute is a throttle cable, bracket, and Dad's going to marry that up, and then I'm going to take the exhaust to work and weld it up with a MIG welder, so it's all done properly. Yeah, that's about where we're at the moment. Stopping for a bit of Greg's, as we do. It's lunchtime, so yeah, we're going to have that, and then we'll pick you up in a minute. Right, a little update. I don't know where I'm at. That's all done. I'm just doing that bracket for it now. Dad's ran off. It's 3:30. I've got to take this to work and weld it because it just wouldn't work with what he had, so that's what I need. Just got to bolt it up and weld it on, and then that bit exhaust done. He's ran away with the wire, so I can't do the brake light. What else is left to do? I think that's it. I'm doing my throttle cable now, but yeah, fuck knows. We'll just crack on. I'll be here for another hour or so. So yeah, right, pick you up in a minute. So after having the defeat of not being able to make my exhaust today, it's quite annoying. I've now got to do that at work, and I'm waiting for a battery to charge. I thought I'll do the timing on the Class 5, because obviously we know that we've now got rebuild Dad's engine. So I thought I'd do the timing on the 5. That's where we're at the moment. I've ordered all new casing off eBay. Found a listing for them. Put my timing on top dead centre, and then obviously, don't know if you see it, it's one at the bottom. So on these ones you get like a line at the bottom. Don't know if you see it, it's there. Just there. There's a line, and then obviously I'm using a Piper van. So what I did was I used the original cam gear, obviously the mark on the cam gear, put it top dead centre, and then I'll put the Piper one on top. It was running at 10 degrees, so I just put it back to 0 because obviously I wanted to start at 0. But yeah, literally water pump. I've obviously changed that out for another one I had laying around because obviously I ordered the wrong one. So, oh, what's going on here? We'll have to tighten it the right way a bit. Oh my God. 2 seconds. Good. See a problem. So this timing case don't actually fit my car. So there should be another bolt for a different one. Obviously this is meant to be for an SE. Obviously I'm not using it on an SE, I'm using it on a NZ. Yeah, so if I lock that off there and there, that'll give it. Right, so if you're using this one and you're using the same block as mine, these will fit, but you've got to do a slight trim in. One there and one there, and then that cam belt will move freely. What a fucker. Well anyway, I just got to tighten that bun up and then turn it over 2 times, job done. And that's the timing done on that. So I'll crack on with this quick and I'll pick you up in a minute. Alright, and just like that, that's the cam belt on. Obviously, you know the one. Well, I've done the cam belts on these loads of times. I ain't got to show you that. Right, where we at? Do the throttle pedal quickly, and then I'm going to call it a night. But before I leave, I will prove to you it will run, even though there's no exhaust on it, and I'll probably get it in the ear hole. So, right, let's connect that to the throttle. In a minute. Oh, so what a day we had so far. I can't make an exhaust for mine. Yeah, it's one of them because the weather over is absolute pony. Dad's pretty much ready to go. We just got to pull the engine out on that, and then that's ready for TR fabrication. When it comes back, paint it, rebuild it. Been a long old day. I've got 2 things left on my checklist to do, and then that's it. But while we're on the Nova, the Champagne Supernova, I'd like to give a shout out to Sean Neville. Yeah, another fellow Nova driver. Yeah, shout out to you, mate. Thank you for watching and everything else. And he's building a Nova as well, so keep an eye out for that bad boy. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it here and then I'll see you in a minute. Right, so I promised you that I'll show you that it runs. So as long as the battery ain't flat, the fucker should start up. So, ready? It's gonna be loud. Just up this throttle. There you go. Proof that it starts. Obviously, once we get the exhaust on it and that, make it run properly, but it's a start. We're winning. So, what have we done out? The timing was out. Not the timing, let's try again. Bit too much timing in there. So yeah, alright, so I'm going to leave it here for today, and yeah, that's it. Won't be a video next week because obviously kids are on holiday, I won't spend it with them. So but yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one. It's a little update of what's going on. Hope it's a bit better. So we ain't got a lot left to check on to cross off the checklist. So yeah, just got to make an exhaust, wire up that, and make a brake line, and then obviously get it running right. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to leave it here. If you give us a like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned, and I'll see you in a bizzle.